of course, when we have
Yeah. Yeah. Insider knowledge. It's a 50-50 shot. Good afternoon to everybody out on YouTube. Oh.
call the market today.
Yes, the chop fest. Choppy, choppy, choppy. It chopped me up, that's for sure.
Yeah, even my what I thought FSLR was going to be a nice rising devil trade. It was just did not give a nice clean move, even though it did sell off. It just didn't do it without a lot of chop. So kind of a drag.
There's no guide on making money in chop market noob. The best thing: buy low, sell high.
Yeah,
Hopefully, you buy at the bottom of the chop and sell at the high of it, or short at the top of it and cover at the bottom of it. But you never know that
Well,
you're in it until it's too late.
yeah, there are strategies where you can play the chop, and people have successfully done that, but it's not. It's tricky. It's trickier than you'd think. It seems easy when you look at a chart afterwards and say, "Oh, all I have to do is buy at the bottom of this little range that it's obviously in and sell at the top." But when it's actually doing it, it's tough to know. It's tough to know when the range will start and stop. And the problem is once it's out of the range, like you could have 6 successful trades in a row, because I've done this, or 8 or whatever it is, but the one that fails big. And it's tough to manage your risk on that one. So that's the problem.
That's very true. Yeah, range trading works until it doesn't.
Yeah. Until you get caught in the breakout.
Yeah, or down, or break down, one of the two.
Exactly, and then heaven forbid, the low be the person who decides I'm just going to hold through this. It's going to go back into the range, and then now you're in big trouble.
Now you're in, now you're.
But it is interesting that we're having this conversation, because today's trade of the day actually it's a good example of it. It's almost that. So very, very nice trading today, yeah. And just being able to look at where the stock was and where he took partials at. Very nice.
Yeah. Nice breakout. Nice breakout on. Wow.
Very good point, Ron. Very good point. That is the trick every day. Just seemed today a lot of it. There was more chop today than normal, I would say.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Chris. BA pull back to the 9 EMA. When was nice. What time? What time was that, Chris? Yeah, I really find the 9 works pretty well to judge. You know, when a stock's in a trend, and also when it's reversing a trend. Like right now, we're with BA, we're trading below. You know, we kind of got choppy or about an hour ago, and it just started to lose the 9 moving average, and from there it's just been heading lower. 28. Oh yeah, I can see that. Yeah, nice. You caught that right on the pullback to the 9, and then pulled a, yeah, beautiful.
BA.
Yeah, BA was definitely one that was going to be in play. CGC pot stocks have been doing pretty good lately.
Yeah, not bad. Yeah, CGC coming back nicely.
Some irony in that, I
Still
just
got
took
a
all,
ways to go to get back to 100 or 300, but
the pot stocks off my permanent list for the new year because I realized they were sitting there and I rarely looked at them. So. Didn't want to clutter my brain with them. BNGO is back at VWAP right now. God, I'm just
BNGO.
seeing chop everywhere. No why, just BNGO.
QCOM. Yeah, look at that. Ugh. Green in the morning. Chop. Breakout.
These are the days I have to be careful of at this time because I so much want to trade into the close. I'm worried about, in the past, I've tended to force things. So we'll see.
Yeah, market's beginning to roll over right now, looks like.
Yeah. See, I was going to go short Apple. Jury's still out whether that would have made sense or not. But it looked like it was putting in a little bit of an ABCD pattern, so I didn't want to risk it, but yeah.
I was surprised to hear the one trade you did take was SQ today, though.
Me too. I'm surprised to say it. It's not what I normally trade, and I didn't like it once I got in it. The spread was big, and it jumped around a lot. So.
Yes, that is SQ.
Well, it looks like I should have taken that short on Apple. I had that opportunity, about 3103 would have been my entry, and it would have worked out well. Oh, well. 131.03.
Facebook, everything's kind of in a downtrend. Baba's going sideways. SQ's still kind of going up, but starting to roll over. Peloton doing its thing. Tesla in its true fashion, dropping about $4 in a couple minutes.
Hmm.
Ninja, you got your clicker finger chopped off? I like that. That's good. If he hops back on, Dan, I'll ask him what tipped him off to WLLW.
Oh, to Willow.
Yeah, Willow. Dan out on YouTube's wondering what tipped you off to that stock.
Well, I know the chief technology officer, so he hasn't given me any inside information, but I know what they're doing just by talking to him, and it's just been things have just been progressing there. So it was a long term. I've been in it for. I actually got in on a bit of a private placement that happened. Probably a year ago now. On it, and I've just been hanging on to it because I know from the from announcements you see they're making progress on their technology, and I guess the latest announcement that they made was they're going into production in probably I think early in the second quarter. They're actually going to start producing CBD and selling it. So it's good to So I think the market for this is going to be fantastic, and they can make it in a much more environmentally friendly way than growing pot and then doing an extraction on the plant to get the very small amount of CBD that's actually in there. It's incredible. People don't realize how energy intensive and how environmentally unfriendly it is growing pot. There's a lot of waste, huge amount of waste. So they don't have any of that.
Very smelly process.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Apparently, and I haven't seen this, but apparently, when it rots, when the plants rot, it's just like the worst smell ever. Like the stalks and the
Really?
and
That part,
Yes, it
that part I didn't
is.
know. I had a chance to visit the Canopy Growth. I probably told all you guys this story, but it's been a while. So I was a finalist interviewing as CEO of Canopy Growth back in the day,
Oh
and
yeah,
this would have
Mr.
been about 5 years
Linton.
ago.
Yeah.
Mr. Linton, yeah. So I interviewed with Linton, a number of members of the board, and of course I did a tour of the plant. So this is in Smith Falls, right? They took over the Hershey chocolate factory.
Yeah.
And used the plant. So that was, but they said, yeah, it's a real problem for their employees because they have to they have all, you got to wear the full,
PPE
sanity.
or whatever.
Yeah, the sort of the PPE stuff. But even so, it sort of seeps through. Just the smell seeps through to your clothes because the plant itself is so strong in its scent that if you work anywhere in or near the factory, that it's a problem.
Yeah, the smell really permeates.
Yes.
Yeah, probably the worst decision I ever made. I didn't join them. I didn't pursue that because I wasn't sure if I wanted to work for a pot company because it was illegal at the time, and they were hoping to make a business of it. This was before it was legalized in Canada, and a number of years before. And I thought, I'm not sure if that's something I can support. So, oh well.
Yeah. Well, I used to work in the recycling business. I remember, going to these plants that were doing composting, And it was the same thing. You walked through the building, and you came out of there smelling like like you were rolling in garbage. And there was nothing you could do. It's just an odor that permeated. So anyway, pen is quite interesting. I just caught a little trade through 87 on that.
Joseph, are you saying you want to order DAS through their site? If you're just getting it independent, you can get it right from DAS. It's the same price as from us, so there's really no huge advantage unless you're buying it as part of a package. We offer it. We offer the DAS simulator for a couple of months usually in some of our packages, but the cost is basically the same because we don't get a discount. We don't get much of a discount. I don't think we get any, in fact. So we just pass the cost right through. But yes.
Sorry, Peter, I'll jump in on that. If you purchase the 3 months, you actually save $150 over the 3-month period. Plus, you get DAS replays, so you save $120.
Is that what we've done? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm wrong there. We haven't managed to get a better deal.
Andrew actually covers it, so.
Okay. Oh, so we didn't get a better deal. He's just covering the cost difference.
Yeah, he's just covering it for everybody. He's so friendly.
Okay. I know. That's too friendly for a good business model. What's going on with that? Anyways. That's why we're a community.
Yeah. Wow, Fubo is really kind of losing it. You can see again how it lost, kind of topped out around probably around 2:15, 2:10 in the afternoon. It lost, it was kind of just trying to hang on to that 9 moving average, and then there was a big flush below it. And ever since then, it's just been using the 9 moving average as resistance. Every time it tries to get up and get through 9, it rejects from it. So again, you can see that following the 9 moving average down. What you don't want to do is go short here because we're getting pretty extended from the 9. So I would expect maybe a bit of a bounce here.
AMD's pushing up above yesterday's close.
Wow, keep on popping. So have you heard of the company ticker symbol CLC, Brian? I'm assuming it's a Canadian company. CLC.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Just
CLC.
Someone asking out on YouTube. And then for noob, if you are a new lifetime member, you still have to purchase the DAS simulator if you want it for 3 months on top of your lifetime membership.
Christina Lake Cannabis.
20 seconds to the 10-minute mark.
I should have. I was looking at AMD for a long, but I didn't think it was going to move 40 cents. That's for sure. Oh, well.
Yeah, I think if I remember right, there was. I thought there was something in. What am I trying to say here? There was something on Seeking Alpha that had. There was an article in there about all the different pot stocks. Like they went through. I think this was what I was looking at. I think I was kind of amazed at how many pot stocks there were because they gave a complete list of pot stocks. Kind of surprised me. The list seemed to go on and on.
Everybody wants part of the game now.
Yes.
Well, yeah. So I was looking at.
pull up the trade of the day real quick. Which goes out to London Trader and for his trade on trades, I should say, on Facebook. So, as you can see here, he shorted at the R3 level and then rode it all the way down to R1 and got all out. Waited for the stock to come back up, back to the R3 level, shorted again, and this time took it all the way down to the R2 level. So 2 trades, 2 shorts at R3, and then an exit near R1 and an exit near R2. So,
wow, that's impressive there to do that trade. That looks just very choppy to me. Well done.
See, I not tell you that it just kind of fit perfect with our conversation today.
Yeah, absolutely. They found an area at which it was obviously hitting its head against several times, and that, that's a smart trade. I won't argue. That's a good trade. Look at those exits too. That's pretty
using
nice.
The pivot points. So very, very, very good exits, and no partialing on the way down through that chop, which is very impressive to me.
Interesting.
So, if you want to submit for member trade of the day, you can mark up your trade, tag at Bearable Traders at MikeB_BBT and at NormBBT. Use the hashtag BBT family, day trading, and stock market. Tonight, Thor will be presenting how to set up and use your fixed wrist hotkeys. If you're new to trading, this is a do not miss webinar. This is going to save you a lot of painstaking calculations when you're trying to figure out what share size you should have according to the risk you want to take. So highly encourage you head over to that. Next week for our success webinar, we'll have Dr. Gary Dayton. He'll come in and he'll be discussing common mental blind spots and how those blind spots affect your decision making, which I might have been able to use today. I'm not sure. And this week, so tomorrow, an announcement, as I just received the email today. Dr. Kenneth Reed will not be giving a trend following part 2 class. He's going to be giving a class on breaking your stop. So the importance of sticking with your stop and what the effects of violating your stop are. So if you check our website by the end of the day today, we'll have the updated description up there. I sent it over to IT already to throw up there. So we will be discussing stop and the importance of respecting that stop as a trader. The following week, Kreda will be here to discuss the mental edge with us, talking about imaging as a way to trading success. So, and for everybody out on YouTube, if you'd like to give our chat room a try, you can use code PREMARKET24. That will give you access to our onboarding class, as well as access to the chat room where you can see all the fun stuff that goes on throughout the day. John opening up his seltzer water. Peter, Thor, Thor, Norm, and the rest of the gang that comes on throughout the day with fun, entertaining stories and knowledge as well. So,
edutainment. It's all about edutainment this day, Mike.
Yes,
I like that. Edutainment.
So we do have some earnings today. We have SGH at 4 p.m. So, not very exciting, but we do have some. And
so yeah, the webinar tonight at 8 with Thor should be good. I don't use the hotkeys, but many do, and it's actually a good idea. So maybe one of these days I'll actually be convinced to do so, but not yet.
It changed my trading when I first started. it absolutely changed the way that I traded. I was just so worried about losing more than what I wanted to risk and not being able to have that stop in there. I mean, it was a game changer because I knew whenever I pressed the button to get in, I could only lose that amount of money as long as I didn't press anything else. So
I think I'm gonna go to the webinar. I'm gonna set it up and try it for a few days and just see what happens. Right? Like, what do we got to lose? Maybe I'm just being too hard-headed.
So what are you using, Peter?
So I just have a couple, literally 6 buttons set up on my montage, just for a buy, a short, a sell half, and a sell all, and then a short, cover half, cover all. That's it. That's all I've got. And I just I manually enter the number of shares and have to hit the button to buy, and so I just it's a very manual process for me because I want to have to think about what I'm doing. So I feel it keeps me present in the trade, but maybe it's keeping me too focused on that process. I don't know. Worth trying.
I'm a button guy too. I don't use hotkeys. I find when I used hotkeys, I made more mistakes than when I use a button on my montage.
Now, and that's one of the things that I've been thinking about, that we keep talking about hotkeys. So the part of the challenge with the hotkeys is you got to remember F1 does this, F2 does that, or you get a Stream Deck, right, where you can program them all in.
Yes.
But you don't necessarily have to do all that. You could put the same scripts into buttons in your montage if you want. Like, I've looked at some people's, the way they've set it up, they've got like 1 billion buttons in there. But the good thing is you can put a name, like a full description. So at least you know which button you're hitting. You just have to aim properly with your mouse. But I guess you have to aim properly with your mouse no matter what you're doing. So there you go. There's a good example that John just posted.
I use this Stream
So
Deck. That's what
right. So there's no reason why you can't do something like that, but you have all the scripts. You're leveraging the script.
Yeah.
I like that. I like he's got one called Panic.
Yeah, the panic button. Panic button's always good.
Yeah. Free roll.
Get me out of everything immediately, right? I don't know what the hell's going on. Get me out of everything right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Where am I? Yeah. So.
I love that. That's a great bunch of buttons. Let's see here.
Yeah.
What else we got?
People are posting. A lot of people have all sorts of.
Oh, look at that. Yeah.
I have one key to get, or one button to get me in. 3 buttons for exits, and then I have a alert for a break of a high of day. So I really have 5, and then some. Oh, and the break even, so 6. So. And thanks to Kyle too. There's another game-changing one for me on my break of high of day. Just having that hot button that I can double-click where I want my stop and press that, and it calculates my shares 1 cent above the high of the day. Golden.
Come on, give me.
What are you in, Peter?
Do you really need to ask?
AMD.
You can probably guess what I'm.
Yeah. See, it's great to see all these buttons. I'm loving the posts here, guys. It's nice to see how people have all developed their own ideas on what works for them. Mm-hmm. And and that's the important thing that we try to stress here all the time is you've got to develop your own style, your own strategies, your own approach to things that you feel comfortable that work for you. So quite a variety of buttons there, but presumably they work for the creator.
Yes. I was busy downloading these images, so I had them for reference tonight, and I forgot to get out of my trade, but it's all good. No harm, no foul.
It's all good, Peter.
So it's all good. It's all good, man.
And a lot of times people forget that your platform, your trading platform, and your hotkeys actually contribute to the effectiveness of your trade. Like it absolutely contributes to whether you effectively can employ your strategy or not.
Let's take a look
Because
at
if you're fumbling around trying to calculate stuff with calculators and Excel and paper, you can definitely miss your entry, and that was my problem till Kyle saved me.
Alia. Yeah. Aleify. So AH.
All right.
SGH.
I only have 2 baby trades to journal today. Cut that part easily. What did you say? SGH. Oh, that's not even worth watching. What are you?
No, it's not worth watching. It's just what was there.
Bad Chad, there's no way I'll be holding AMD overnight. I have no idea what it's going to do. And look at the daily chart. Like, that's not, to me, that's not a stock I want to hold. I don't know what the heck's going to happen tomorrow.
Gap up, gap down, you never know. It's a roll of the dice. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to go journal my couple of trades here, I guess.
We'll say goodbye to everybody out.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing that, Frank, on the pot stock. Just looking at it.